Welcome back, folks. Check out the new Bears Talk podcast here from Brian Urlacher, Jim Miller, and more as your Bears head into Monday night against the Eagles. Subscribe at csnchicago.com/podcast. Remember, Bears win on a late safety.
Overtime safety or just late?
Could be. I haven't visualized completely how it's going to go down. It's going to be late.
It's 2-zip for the visitors.
So the Brewers have traded Jonathan LaCroix away. He's a Texas Ranger now. Martin Maldonado, who had been caddying for LaCroix these last few years, has taken over as the main backstop. Susak getting the start here today. I'm not sure what their plan going forward is. Seems like they might be in the market this offseason for a frontline catcher. Maybe they got somebody bubbling up through their system. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a big void in the trade. Jonathan LaCroix.
Yeah, and that's one. It's a tough deal to make because he had a very club-friendly contract.
Something happened upstairs. I didn't see it, but I'm assuming somebody got a hand on it and didn't catch it again.
And maybe it's not that much of a priority for the Brewers because they might not feel like next year's the year they're going to make a big leap forward anyways. They continue to try to identify their core players. That's an asset teams tend to cling to, though. You get a solid frontline catcher who's good two-way player, both defensively and a run producer.
Line shot, base hit.
And there's not a ton of those guys around.
All right, we've got Coughlin covering at first. Kawasaki about 40 feet from home plate. And Anderson squared, pulled the bat back, and then really got buzzed by a fastball. That was a changeup, I guess, 87.
I've seen Joe do this on occasion. Avi Baez made a couple plays crashing in from second base. This is a little bit different in that Kawasaki is deployed early. He's out there bouncing around like a goaltender. We've seen on occasion with Ben Zobrist playing second base where Ben will come over and hold the base runner at first, and Anthony will come in and position himself similar to where Kawasaki is now.
He drives it to right, and it's caught by Caesar. So it worked out well for the Cubs, kept the Brewers from getting down that bunt. Make sure you follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, all season long on CSNChicago.com. Presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich, serving the community for 38 years. Go to jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Neuenhuis got in there because of the injury to Keon Broxton. Do not know the severity of that injury just yet. Looked like his right wrist. Neuenhuis has put up great numbers at home, but he has been really bad on the road. Hard to explain. He's been very good against the Cubs this year. As he chops it foul. At home, he's hitting .290 with a .953 OPS. On the road, 129 with a .467. So as we said in Milwaukee last week, he's MVP-like at Miller Park, and this year he's hit like a pitcher. Weird.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for guys to be better at home than on the road, but the disparity in his splits are crazy. If you were a conspiracy theorist, you'd think he's getting the signs or something at his home ballpark.
13 games against the Cubs. He's ranked 5 home runs. 5 out of 13 overall on the year have been against the Cubs. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 outs now. Scooter Gennett.
And your drop down two-seamer getting good running action, inducing an ugly swing from Neuenhuis. Andy Van Slyke, former outfielder, many years ago, was asked about the difference between home and road. He said, well, on the road, they really frown upon it when you go downstairs in your underwear to eat your cereal in the morning.
Well, I'm guessing Neuenhuis has been asked a lot about it, and there might be a point in a season where you starts to get in your head a little bit because you're continually reminded of it.
Yeah. Why can't you hit on the road? I didn't realize I couldn't. Oh, no, you can't. Believe me, we've looked at the numbers.
Two and two on Gennett. Clouds clearing a bit. Sun is out. Wind continues to blow out to center. And a pitch softly lined into left center. Will give Braun a chance. He homered his last time up.
Yeah, so it's celebration day here for the Cubs. They're going to have a big party in the clubhouse after this game ends. But John Lackey's out there trying to pick up his 10th win of the year. It's an important win for him. He'll have a couple more starts before this is all said and done. But year in and year out, he's been able to deliver double-digit wins, so that's very important to him. So this becomes a very significant confrontation, down 2 already with Ryan Braun up there.
Inside, ball 1. Brewers out hitting the Cubs 6-1. 2 of those hits have been homers. Arcia in the second, Braun in the third. We talk about different batting stances and where guys hold their hands, and you kind of generally end up in the same place. And you look at how Braun sets up. You do wonder, well, how does he have such a quick bat? Well, he does. Takes that weird practice swing.
Yeah, he got caught in between there. He wasn't ready to hit. Yeah, you got that kind of top hand, real high rehearsal swing he does. Kind of like Jason Hayward. That funky practice swing.
Fly ball, Almora to end the inning. Brewers strand a couple. Midway in the 5th. They lead 2-0.
We started with the class-leading RX. We gave it paddle shifters to help you command the road. A sport mode to help you control the road. And a sport-tuned suspension to help you connect with the road. The Lexus RX F-Sport. This is the RX Elevated. Lease the 2016 RX 350 for $419 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
Domino's it is.
No, I want salad.
Oh, no.
So we're getting salad, right? Right?
Luckily at Domino's, we love pizza so much we've added salads, so no one can veto pizza night. Try one with a medium 2-topping pizza for $5.99 each.
Play hard, party hard. That's what I tell my players. When it's time to celebrate, I shop at Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. And like I coach the guys, if you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with a Coors Light Cold Hard Facts Sportsnet Central update. We'll have all the Cubs clinching celebration festivities live as it happens right here on CSN. Team coverage on the field and inside the clubhouse. We'll hear from all the players, manager Joe Madden in the front office as the Cubs have punched their ticket to the playoffs for the second straight season, this time as division champs. Todd Hollandsworth joins me here in the studio. Cubs celebrate, look ahead to the division series, all right here on CSN. Let's head back to Len and JD.
Cap, thank you. John Lackey on the mound today, right now trailing 2-0. And Anderson's first pitch, a high changeup, caught the top of the zone against Chris Coughlin.
Cubs with just one hit so far. Anderson's walked a couple.
Opposite field base hit. Chris has both Cubs knocks.
Two solid line drives. One right center-ish, this time to left. Two seam with some run but no sink. Good looking stroke.
So the Albert Almora Jr. story.
Oh, yeah.
Made his major league debut earlier this summer on the day he was scheduled to get married. And his fiancee said, well, we'll postpone it a few weeks. They eventually tied the knot here in Chicago. And then he got sent back to AAA. While he was down at AAA in Des Moines, they welcomed in their first child, his son. And then he went on the disabled list. So he did get a little extra time at home because of the injury. And now he's back in the big leagues. That's an eventful summer.
Yeah, that's a big summer. The young man, just 22 years of age. A bright future in front of him.
Two and one. 2-2.
Scouts would probably tell you that the glove is ahead of the bat with Almora, but he handled himself well when he was up earlier this year. Checks his guy. It's going to hit for a decent average, plenty of doubles, and I think the home runs will come too. He's a big, strong kid.
Off the outside corner.
All comes down to discipline. They're willing to wait out a pitcher, force him into the strike zone, get pitches that you can drive.
Driven out into left center, and we're tied. 2-run homer.
There you go, right on cue.
That's his third of the year.
Coughlin singles. Almora picks out what looked like a high changeup. Dismisses the bat, goes for a leisurely trot around the bases, and ties the ball game. Here's your Ford home run replay.
So all the runs on home runs, 2 for Milwaukee, and Albert Almora Jr.'s first Wrigley Field homer.
Down at Iowa this year, Albert hit .303, 18 doubles, 3 triples, 4 home runs. Could easily see him developing into a 15 to 20 home run guy.
So first run allowed by Chase Anderson this month. On his third start here in September. Swing and a miss. Three and 2 on La Stella. Tie ball game in the 5th. 2-2. He held and he walked him. Visit from the pitching coach. Osaki the batter.
Hey, Cub fans, Joe Madden wants you to own his car. Joe is raffling off his signature vehicle for charity. Raffle tickets are $100 each and are available at fan services during all remaining home games or at 3721 North Clark Street. Full details available at Cubs.com/Joe's Raffle. Munenori, 35 years of age, a long career in Japan. He's not had a lot of success at the big league level here in the States. Started with Seattle, moved on to Toronto. But a high energy guy, and his teammates love him. Earlier this year when they were dragging a little bit, we're in New York and some of the players on the bus were like pining for, we need a little Kawasaki in our lives. John Lackey said, don't even put him on the roster, just bring him up. He goes, I'll pay him. I'll give him money just to hang out with us.
We have word from the Cubs. Jorge Soler left the game with tightness either in his right side or right thigh. We think side. Some of the Cubs beat reporters are reporting thigh, but we heard side. I will clarify. Two. Side. We got it right. On the ground toward right, but it'll be Jeanette. And he won't get him. Kawasaki with an infield hit.
Jeanette had to go a long way for that one. I'm not so sure that wouldn't have been a better play for Carter to get the ball and Anderson to cover first base. But it's a knock for Munenori. Yeah, I don't know that Carter could have gotten there either. It takes Jeanette a little time to gather himself before making that throw, and that proves to be the difference.
A single homer, walk, single. To start this inning, and Craig Counsell will not challenge the call.
No, that was an easy one. So here's John Lackey with a chance to bunt a couple along. And Perez will flash the signs and then come in and give the verbal to the pitcher because they don't think we're smart enough as a species to get the signs. We have to be told verbally. Not that that ever bothered me.
Bounce to Jeanette. Where is he going to go? Second for one. Relay to first. Safe.
That was crazy. Everybody on the move here expecting bunt. Lackey swings away right into the path of Jeanette. Makes a heads-up play and flipping that ball to second base, and Lackey pushing it hard down the line, able to beat the double play. And the Brewers reviewing this one as well. It's Pat Murphy, the bench coach, on the phone there. He was the coach at Notre Dame when Craig Counsell played his college ball there so many years ago. Let's see, what do you think?
Out. I think they're going to challenge. Yep, Craig Counsell will challenge. So it's our Foresight Technology replay review, and I'm guessing we're going to turn a 4-6-3 double play the hard way. It was really close. That first look we had, it looked like the ball was in the back of the glove just before Lackey touched first, and they've already made the call. He's out. I wonder, and I don't know, as replay has evolved and we have these close plays and the manager gives a just give me a second, Are we starting in New York now to kind of already look at the play in case they challenge?
Oh, I'm assuming, yeah, I'm assuming they are. Anything close, I would think they're on.
That would make sense, wouldn't it? Kind of cut down on some of that replay time, and that was a very quick one. Caesar with 2 outs and a man at third.
Talking with Joe the other day, yesterday as a matter of fact, about his plans in his final couple of weeks, and then that stretch between the end of the regular season and the postseason. And he doesn't want to change things a whole lot, doesn't want to get too deep in terms of any advanced scouting reports beyond what they already know about the opposition. Wants to keep it simple. And they'll review their bunt defense. And they'll probably do cutoffs and relays one day. I think the bigger challenge would be to get the guys some live hitting. Season ends on Sunday. Division series will start on Friday. That's a long time to go in between without seeing live pitching.
Challenge will be to keep everybody rested and fresh and raring to go.
Rested but not rusty.
I guess to use a Joe Madden line, rested but frisky. And that Friday hits. The shortstop Arcia to end the inning. Cubs tie it up on the Almora home run. It's 2-2 after 5.
We are the Coors Brewing Company, and our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. A beer proud enough to wear our name in big, red, scripted letters. That's why we lager, filter, and package cold. Because we believe every climb deserves a refreshing finish. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
Navigate everything Mother Nature dishes out with Toyota's wide range of SUVs with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Have a big family? Adventure seeker. Want to go off-roading? Mother Nature is one tough lady. Toyota's all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive SUVs are tougher. Tested, trusted Toyota. Lease a new 2016 RAV4 with 0 due at signing and 0 first month's payment. Or get 0% APR for 60 months. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Have a lot of friends? Well, then treat your friends like royalty with our Ashton sectional. All 4 pieces, only $12.99. Outstanding style with contrasting piping. Outstanding comfort with Bobopedic memory foam seating. And 9 accent pillows. All 4 pieces, only $12.99. Or this way, only $7.99. Only at Our Bob's Discount Furniture. Ah, this is the life, right, guys? It sure is. You're the best, little Bob.
Official furniture store of the Chicago Bears.
Warm up for every Bears game 1 hour before kickoff with Bears pregame live. Briggs, Brown, Miller, and Bowden get you ready for kickoff and have instant reaction on Bears postgame live immediately following the game. The best Bears coverage in the city is on CSN Chicago.
We are back. Huge jackpots, 24/7 gaming action, luxury hotel accommodations, and Milwaukee's best entertainment and dining are yours at Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Find out more and book your stay today at paysbig.com. What's Potawatomi backwards, Harry?
I'm not even going to try it. Chris Carter in the 6th takes strike 1 from John Lackey. play for Montero.
I don't know Chris Carter at all, but when I watch him play, I think this guy is well suited for this game. We talk so much about the peaks and valleys and keeping an even keel.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I could be wrong. He could be the most excitable guy on the planet, but you get that sense watching him play. This guy goes about his business. Doesn't change his demeanor whether he's going well or scuffling.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. So not afraid to strike out. Leads the National League in that category. Now with 186. He has struck out all 3 times today. Kara's flying to the warning track in the 2nd. Singled on the infield in the 4th.
Yeah, if you think about it, that's a pretty good gig that Carter's got. Strikes out a lot. Walks a fair bit. Hits a lot of home runs. Plays first base, so he's always close to the dugout. Just not a whole lot of running going on there. It's a pretty good gig.
Not really told to cut down on his 2-strike swing.
Yeah.
Won't worry if you strike out a lot. He leads the league in games played. This is number 146 for him today. Fly ball center field. Mora Jr. battling the sun and down to a knee, and he's got it. Make sure you follow In-Game Live on CSNChicago.com, presented by State Farm. Santana with 2 outs. Outside corner in the slider for a strike.
Is he on your all musical artist team?
I would say so. Brian Wilson is on the list. Caesar will pick it up. Santana racing towards second, and he slides in safely. Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah. Carlos Santana. If we have room for 2 Santanas.
Yeah, you got to put Carlos in there. That's the actual name.
Yeah. Javier Baez.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an Aaron Crow?
Yes.
Kevin Cash.
Josh Harrison. We could go on and on.
Yeah. Well, and we will. Rogers Hornsby in the range.
Alex Presley. Elvis Andrews.
Now we're rolling.
Well, let's jump in the Wayback Machine. Norm Cash.
Yeah. I had Kevin Cash. I like Norm better.
Okay.
Norm Cash once got hit in the ribs by a Nolan Ryan fastball. Dropped to his knees and crawled on his hands and knees back to the dugout. He also, as legend has it, came up to bat against Nolan with a leg of a training room table. Figuring he had as much of a chance with that as he did his regular bat.
All right, my last one, and it's a tandem. Pinky Higgins and Cliff Floyd.
Pinky Higgins and Cliff Floyd. What am I missing?
Put them together.
Pink Floyd.
Yes,
Oh, very nice.
You win.
I love it.
We're trying to figure out if Cliff Higgins was in some sort of skiffle group. How did we start this conversation? Oh, it was Domingo Santana.
Santana, yeah.
See, Domingo Santana works. Is you Placido Domingo and Carlos Santana?
He's a crossover artist. Yep.
2 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Swing and a miss. So Arcia is out, and we remain tied at 2-2.
You're taking an enormous risk speaking with us, so thank you.
Of course.
What was the key to toppling this notorious crime ring?
By keeping my identity a secret, I was able to witness the atrocities firsthand. I've been undercover for 5 years. Anonymity is critical to my survival.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Is back. Tuesday night on CSN. Join former standout linebacker and 7-time Pro Bowler Lance Briggs for his take on the current state of the team, as well as a look ahead. The Lance Briggs Show returns Tuesday at 11 p.m. on CSN.
Discovery Sport. Beyond boundaries. Range Rover Evoque. Beyond convention. Range Rover Sport, beyond expectations. Wherever you drive, we always take you above and beyond. The new Discovery Sport. Land Rover, above and beyond.
The average age of a homeless person is 9 years old. My dream is to help kids living on the streets with education.
Charles, what's up, buddy?
Whoa! We help? Oh, man.
Is that a basketball?
Yes. Wow. How you doing? My heart about to jump off my chest, man.
Charles, you ought to be proud, man.
I'm just extremely grateful that they were here, giving them some encouragement. That's something that these kids are going to remember for a lifetime.
Don't you see his big old feet?
Oh.
This Sunday, the Cubs conclude their series with the Brewers. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans receive a Cubs picnic blanket presented by Jewel Osco. After the game, the first 1,000 kids 13 and younger will have the opportunity to run the bases, weather permitting. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
Want to know on Javier Baez. One name to add to our list via Twitter, Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, you got to have
Kenny on your own musical baseball name list.
Reggie Jackson 5. Reggie Jefferson Starship.
I was going to say Dweezil McCartney was very briefly a Seattle Pilot, I think.
Ooh.
3-1.
Didn't want it. I suggest Mr. Anderson not throw that one again. No way Javi's taking that one twice in a row. He's going to try to paint down and away. Oof, oof, oof. Wow.
Whoever that did would have been Kingman-like, I think.
Beat him. 93. Maybe a little deception there.
And he comes back to get Baez.
Cutting action on it. But that's a tough way to make a living there. Fall behind 3-0 and then 3 straight fastballs, 2 of them right over the heart of the plate. But he got away with it.
Held away by Montero.
So last inning we were talking about Joe and the preparations from the end of the regular season to the beginning of the division series. When he was with Tampa, they had a layoff like that, and they flew the instructional league team into town to play against the big leaguers so they could face some live pitching.
They were just down the road, right? Port Charlotte.
They probably bust him in. I thought he said flu. That would be kind of fun, right? Put up posters around town looking for qualified ball players to play an inter-squad game against the Chicago Cubs this Wednesday afternoon at Wrigley Field.
Two and two. It is, and it's sent in the air to left. Back is Braun. 2 outs.
Have you looked into the history of the postseason in terms of the success rate for teams that either clinch early or have X number of days off before their series starts, whether that's a big advantage, a disadvantage, or kind of a neutral situation?
I would say there's probably no pattern. I know we had the graphic in our pregame show of teams that clinched really early, like the Cubs did. The Seattle Mariners were on that list. 2001, they got eliminated in the American League playoffs. Drilled to left, and it'll deflect off Braun's glove, sending Contreras to second with a double. Yeah, I think that's, to me, when people say, what's your biggest concern about October? It's that when the Cubs start the division series, they will no longer have a 17-game lead and be in first place. They're just hosting game 1.
Yeah, and the reason why the Cubs have been so good is because they are so deep and talented. They have the deepest rotation in the game. And so you kind of lose that edge when you get into a short series, because most teams you're going to face in the postseason will stack up pretty good, 1, 2, 3 in their rotation. And in the division series, you don't need to go any deeper than 1, 2, 3.
Look, the last 4 games between these two teams, there's a 27.5 game spread between the Cubs and the Brewers. The Brewers have won 3 out of 4. So, yeah, I mean, when you say anybody can beat anybody, and then it's any good team can beat another good team, sure. I heard you on the Score today asked about, that idea of regular season success, piling up all these wins, and then the kind of World Series or bust mentality, and I think it's both.
Yeah, the Cubs will be, and their fans will be really disheartened if they don't win the World Series. But everybody in the postseason will feel that way. I just think the Cubs fans feel like they have a greater claim to it because this team has been so darn good all season long, and I get that.
Yep. And they've been waiting for a long time. Coghlan already with 2 hits. Go-ahead runners at second. That's Contreras. You just see the top of his helmet on our screen as that one will get out of play.
Well, that's the thing. So no matter what postseason series you're talking about, the Cubs will be favored.
Yep.
But it's, you know, more of a 55-45 thing, right? As opposed to 80-20.
Well, if you just handicap a 10-team tournament, if the Cubs are the #1 team kind of on the list, you'd have about a 20-25% chance. So it's not like you go into a situation there. Even if you go 162-0, the odds are still not going to say, you know, you have a 60% chance to win. It's just there are too many teams involved. And I like what you said about how the game kind of started in the early part of the modern era, and it was about the pennant. You win your league's pennant, and then, oh yeah, let's play a World Series. Let's play
the World Series is more of an exhibition almost.
That has evolved over the course of time to now having 10 teams, 5 in each league.
Yeah, and there's no way you can change the mindset of the fans or the industry to say winning the division is the biggest prize. This is, you know, you go to spring training, you got this 162 game schedule ahead of you. That's the big prize. That's what you should really honor. We've gone way past that now. You got to win. You got to win the big prize. You don't get a ring for winning the division.
Jeanette battling the sun as he backpedals, and he's got it. It was a bit perilous, but he made the catch to end the inning. USAA honors those who have served and all our service members at home and abroad.
Brought to you by USAA. Insurance, banking, and investments tailored for the military community.
I enlisted in the Army in 2005. I went to Iraq 3 times and Afghanistan once. She's the culprit that ripped our door off. 2,000-pound animal bumping into a steel door creates quite a bit of damage. I actually use the app, take pictures of it right there for USAA, and they take care of the rest. USAA is great about working with both active and separated military. I'm Josh Eilers, and I'm a USAA member for life.
Call USAA today to talk about your insurance needs.
Now that Big Papi's retiring, he's being smarter with his money.
I need to be smart with my money.
So he's become a super savvy shopper. That's why the Xfinity Best Offer of the Year is a home run. Lock in your rate for 2 years, plus get the X1 voice remote.
There is no crying in baseball.
It's the Big Papi of deals.
I'm not crying. My eyes are just sweating.
Score our Best Offer of the Year on the X1 Triple Play from Comcast for only $89.99 a month and lock in your rate for 2 years. Go online, call, or visit today.
Value City Furniture presents How to Binge Watch TV. First, enjoy family time while waiting for your favorite show to drop an entire season online. It's time. Bedtime. There you go. Next, reclaim your place on your ultimate comfort sectional from Value City Furniture. You're crying? It's the ultimate value, combining the comfort of down with the bounce back of memory foam. It'll look good as new whenever you decide to get up. Perfect. And that's how to buy the perfect piece. Good morning. At Value City Furniture.
Back here at Wrigley Field, top of the 7th. JD has his white glove on. Is that the Ryder Cup?
Apparently, yeah. The Ryder Cup is in the house. You have to have the glove on to touch it. Reminds me of when I was an altar boy. It feels like I'm going to be carrying around in church.
We have...
That's pretty slick. I'm nervous. I don't want to overhandle.
Ryan Sandberg stopping in, the Hall of Famer. Hey, Rhino.
Hey guys.
How are you?
Rhino? Good. I brought a little gift for you guys from my home,
man.
from my house.
Appreciate that.
Yes, beautiful, isn't it?
Andrew Susak with a base hit as we start the 7th. So yeah, the Ryder Cup. Tell us about it.
I don't know that much about it, other than it's a big time golf tournament. But the trophy's beautiful.
Has the winners on it from the past countries. Obviously a big sporting event with a lot of spirit and some very good golf. Just around the corner. I think it's 2 or 3 weeks away.
Yeah, coming up
in Minnesota.
Hazeltine.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful. There's Manny Pena batting for Chase Anderson. 2-2, 7th inning. And up and in on Pena. Well, this has been a fun team to watch, hasn't it, Rhino?
Sure has. What a season of baseball. Good baseball. One minor slump just before the All-Star break. They banged up a little bit, but bounced right back with a big winning streak right after the break. But good, steady baseball. A lot of talent. All the players being used. Everybody contributing. Makes for a very good locker room. I know that. And a lot of W's.
JD mentioned earlier today the relentless consistency. And aside from that 3-week stretch, the Cubs have been by far the best team in baseball. You like the mix too, right? The youth, the veteran leadership.
Love the mix, yeah. A lot of young players. I mean, just a few veterans sprinkled in there. I mean, majority of young players is pretty impressive, and to see them adjust to this league and this style of play so early on in their career, it just makes for a lot of years of good baseball here at Wrigley.
Now let me ask you, as a player, so the Cub season will end on a Sunday. They'll start the postseason on a Friday. Would you need to see some live pitching between then, or simulate a game, or would you be just good with BP?
That's a lot of time off. It really is. You know what? When you look back at the All-Star break, they got 4 days off, and they came back and played some of the best baseball right after that. So I think that was a good little test for them. So I know that through the grind, some days off will be good, but also some at-bats within these next 2 weeks to stay sharp is important. And then during that period, they'll need to come up with some ideas, some different things to get the timing back.
3-2. Check swing roller. Kawasaki will take the play at first. Really his only option. The runner at second with 1 out. That is a pretty good list of accomplishments. Into the Hall of Fame. It's been 11 years.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I wrote that up this morning. Glad I got it on there. How long has it been? 11 years. Yeah, 11 years. Wow, that's amazing.
9 Gold Gloves. Where do you have all your hardware?
At my home. Yep.
Got a spot for the Ryder Cup on the mantle?
Absolutely.
You can take that home. We'll cover you. We'll sneak you out of here with it.
Put that in the kitchen or someplace. I definitely have a spot for that.
Want to know the count on Kirk Neuenhuis. That's the lead man out there at second. Susak. Baez behind second. We'll get Neuenhuis. So 2 outs here in the 7th. And number 23 in action.
Back when nobody wore shirts to the ballpark.
The big game on June 23rd, 1984.
Bruce Sutter, what a pitcher. Had a freak pitch. You didn't see that every day. So that's why that was such a big deal, was to hit the 2 balls in the air off of Bruce Sutter. Dominant sinker ball pitcher at the time. Didn't see that every day. You have one shot at him, see him 2 months later. But that was one of the few games and few at-bats where I aimed underneath the baseball instead of slightly on top of the ball.
I'm sure you still have a lot of people who come up to you and say, I was there when that happened. That is trouble. It is very deep, and it's gone. Scooter Gennett does it again. Last night, it was off the bench in the 7th with a 2-run double. Today, as a starter, a 2-run homer.
Yeah, and you know, he's developed a little power as his career has evolved. That's his 13th home run this year. 3rd one allowed by John today. So all the Brewers runs coming on home runs, a couple of solo, and now this 2-run shot by Scooter Gennett. It's the Ford home run replay.
And this, Rhino, is the kind of day you do want to try to get the ball in the air.
Yes.
The wind blowing out.
Yeah, the solo home runs don't bother you that much, but 2-run homer right there in that situation puts us behind by 2 now.
There's Ryan Braun. He homered in the 3rd. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, and all the runs scoring after 2 are out. That'll drive a pitcher nuts. Keep you up at night.
It's number 104 for John. Swing and a miss. So we got a shot of the Ryder Cup trophy. Rhino is serving as the ambassador today as the trophy is here at Wrigley Field. And now he's going to sing the 7th inning stretch. And it's brought to you by Mazda.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Cubs Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg.
Hey, Cub fans. I want to welcome the Ryder Cup to Wrigley Field, the home of the division champion Chicago Cubs. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's at the old ball game. Let's go, Cubs!
The 7th inning stretch is presented by Mazda. In every car we make, you'll see why driving matters.
For the last 5 days, 17 hours, and 23 minutes, you've been a passenger.
I'm back in baby's arms. How I miss those.
The Mazda 6 with Skyactiv technology makes it good to be a driver.
Back in baby's arms.
There are things in life that just go together. It's like they're always side by side. Because when we put them together, they're better. Like home and auto insurance from State Farm. They just go together. And they save you time and money. Just another way we're here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
The Cubs are introducing a game-changing new Premier experience at Wrigley Field. Prime Views, access to an exclusive club. Visit CubsPremier.com to join the Premier Client Priority List.
Albert Almora Jr. just broke his bat, lost his helmet, but he's got a leadoff single. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. A new pitcher.
I think he liked that bat. He's lamenting, my bat, my bat.
Jacob Barnes is the new Brewer pitcher.
Well, he was.
The old
Jacob,
pitcher.
we hardly knew ye.
We'll be back in a moment.
Value City Furniture presents how to manage all that stuff. Step 1, acquire stuff. A little more and...
Where did my bed go?
Next, consider getting rid of the aforementioned stuff.
No.
Thought so. Now go to Value City Furniture and buy a new storage bed. You'll save money and space without having to get rid of any stuff.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. And that's how to buy the perfect piece at Value City Furniture.
Now I can get more stuff.
Hello? This is she.
Is that the doctor?
Okay, wow, really? It's two? That's great news, thank you.
It's two?
Yes, it's two. It's 2 for 1 windows at Feldco.
Feldco is offering 2 windows for the price of 1, with no money down and no interest for 1 year.
2 windows for the price of 1, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
When you were 8, you wanted to fly. When you were 13, to be a rock star. At 20, an artist. All these years later, you realize you had it right the first time. The 2016 Q50 from Infinity. Lease the all-wheel drive Infinity Q50 2-liter turbo for $319 a month, or finance at 0% APR at your Chicagoland Infinity retailer.
A lot of changes to start the inning. Perez went from third to right. Santana moved from right to center, and Yadiel Rivera came in to play third. So those changes were made when Barnes came in. Now it's Brent Suter, their lone lefty.
Yeah, a whole bunch of righties out there in that bullpen, but Suter, the only southpaw. He's 27 years of age, 6'5", $195.
So Midas Tire and Auto Service experts call to the pen. Runner at first, that's Almora. The batter, Tommy La Stella, and he takes a strike. 4-2 Milwaukee.
As Suter, prototypical soft tossing left-hander. Because of that, he relies heavily on breaking pitches, sliders, changeups, curveball.
He was born in Chicago. Ground ball, base hit. Almora trying for third. Nope, he's going to put on the brakes, and he's out. He was thinking third, and I think he saw Gary Jones put on the stop sign. He tried to get back to the bag, and he could not.
You know, you have to realize that base hit to right field, you either got to go or not go. You take that big turn and slam on the brakes, you become very vulnerable to that throw coming in behind you. Youthful exuberance, perhaps. On a couple of runs, situation where you're probably going to go station to station unless you know for sure you can make it to third base.
Joe will challenge the call. Forsyth Technology replay review time. And this could be a pretty big call. He might have gotten back.
Yeah, that look right there, my best guess is safe. Hand get the corner of the bag before the tag is applied there in the back of the elbow triceps region. Hard to tell. Well, all stands or is confirmed.
Either way, it's upheld. So back-to-back hits to start the inning, but well, you've got just a runner at first with one out. And it's Kawasaki with David Ross now in the on-deck circle. I mentioned Suter born in Chicago. He went to Archbishop Moeller High School in Cincinnati. Has been a baseball factory, hasn't it? A couple of Hall of Famers went there. Ken Griffey Jr. and Barry Larkin. Buddy and David Bell.
Turned out a lot of football players, too.
Saki bailed out of the way. It's 3-0.
It's interesting, you know, you think, well, lefty who throws 84, 85 miles an hour, he must be a sinker baller, but he's been working mostly up with the fastball. Maybe a left-handed version of Chris Young, the big 6'11" right-hander that works up in the zone with mid-80s fastballs. Suter, the 31st round pick of the Brewers in 2012, 965th pick overall. How about that, getting to the big leagues? Good for him, man.
No relation to Bruce Suter. Just one T in that last name. As Kawasaki is aboard.
Well, Ross announced council will make another move.
Another pitching change here in the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 Milwaukee, and we'll be right back.
Comparing midsize sedans? Here's what puts the Kia Optima ahead of the Nissan Altima. The Kia Optima has an available surround view monitor and turbo engine. The Nissan Altima does not. The 2016 Kia Optima is a KBB.com Best Buy Award winner. The Nissan Altima came up short there, too. Discover the next generation Optima. It's not your average midsize sedan. Lease the Optima LX for only $179 a month or get 0% financing. Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Kia dealer for details.
I've been thinking, this might be the one thing in the world you pull apart to come together.
New Papa John's Cinnamon Pull-Aparts, covered with cinnamon crumble and sweet cream cheese icing. Try our new Cinnamon Pull-Aparts for just $6.
Hey, Papa John's.
Shop like a pro at Bass Pro Shops with 2 big sales to gear up and save. Like a wide selection of men's and ladies' fleece from Columbia, Redhead, Under Armour, and the North Face. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
36 hours ago, you were Jeff and Susan. Now, you're Mom and Dad. But you've got this. You read the baby manuals, you baby-proofed the house, bought yourself a safe SUV. You're totally ready for this. Right? The Mazda CX-5.
Welcome back to Wrigley with your Coors Light game report. David Ross, pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 7th, has announced that this will be his final year in the game of baseball, if you will, getting ready to retire, and said he's been soaking up everything he can. Last night, guys, came to the ballpark using the train, and then afterwards walked down Sheffield, he says, until the game between the Cardinals and Giants was about to end, stepped into a bar, saw the final of the game, took a shot, celebrated for himself, and then he said, I jumped in a cab and went home because the rest of the celebration will happen today. And how about this crowd? A standing ovation for David Ross right now.
Pretty cool as he steps in against Jan Marinez. And a bouncer to third. Rivera to second for one. Relay to first. Got him. 5-4-3 double play to end the threat here in the 7th. Cubs have had their chances here the last few innings, but their only runs coming on the home run by Albert Almora Jr. in the 5th. To the 8th, still 4-2.
Good or better? The Hyundai Tucson versus the Ford Escape. Estimated fueling costs, the Ford's higher. Whoa. Estimated routine repairs, the Ford's higher.
What's happening?
In fact,
guys,
Hyundai has the lowest 5-year cost to own of all brands for 2016. So again, Ford's higher.
Guys, that's really high. Very funny.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. The 2016 Tucson from Hyundai.
My heart and my broken bones. If I can't stand up on my own, don't make me stand alone. Lift me up so I can see the light. When the sun goes down, I will lay in your arms tonight. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Your heart's been repaid.
Ford is America's best-selling brand, and you can see why. Ford Fusion has the turbocharged power and efficiency of the EcoBoost engine and handles almost any condition with intelligent all-wheel drive. Plus, Focus offers next-generation voice-activated Sync 3 technology and the added safety of the blind spot information system. Right now, get a Focus or Fusion with 0 for 72 plus $17.50 bonus cash, or lease a Fusion for just $189 a month. Only at your local Ford store.
Time now for the PNC Bank Cubs upcoming schedule. 2 more games in this series late in the afternoon tomorrow on WGN ABC 7 on Sunday, back on Comcast Sportsnet Monday and Tuesday night as the Cincinnati Reds come to town. New pitcher for the Cubs is rookie right-hander Felix Pena.
8th appearance for Felix. No wins, no losses, a 5.06 ERA, just 5 1/3 innings of work.
Hooked in the left. Carter is on a leadoff single. He had struck out in his first 3 at bats.
Yeah, normally a pretty patient hitter, but when you've punched out 3 times, there's a tendency to go up hacking early. Try to put the ball in play. So he avoids the sombrero. Golden, not urban. Gets himself a knock. Cubs have bounced into 4 double plays today. Something they'll have to work on between now and the postseason. Double play avoidance. Maybe strikeouts aren't such a bad thing after all.
Right. It's better than
they're only worth 1.
A double play. With a rainbow to center. Mora's got it.
Take home a game used or autographed item and help benefit Cubs charities. Cubs Authentics is the premier outlet for all MLB authenticated Cubs memorabilia. The Cubs will donate net proceeds from the sale of Cubs Authentics to Cubs charities. Visit Cubs.com/authentics today.
Santana started in right, now playing center. 1 for 3 with a double. He hits it high in the air. Mora's had a busy day out there.
Yeah, that one had some serious hang time. Definitely going to fair catch that one.
Garcia homered in the 2nd. He looks pretty smooth out there at short too. Times we've seen him here recently against the Cubs. Breaking ball strike. One and one. It's the inside corner, 2-1. The pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2.
Fastballs and sliders from Felix. Struck out 81 against 23 walks in 63 innings down at AAA. The calendar says fall. It's a very summery day here today. And one of the rare days where the wind has been blowing out this year.
Arcia strikes out to end the inning. Bottom of the 8th. Cubs down 2.
The Honda Take Home a CRV sales event is here with incredible deals. Loaded with standard features like Pandora compatibility, a multi-angle rear view camera, and plenty of cargo space. It's no wonder the CRV was named a Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Buy for 2016. Hurry into the Honda Take Home a CRV sales event and get a great deal today.
Who said sporty couldn't be a little bit adventurous? At Elgin Hyundai, our amazing selection of new SUVs are dependable, fuel efficient, and built for adventure. Like this new 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe Sport with popular equipment package, just under $25,000. Or a new 2016 Hyundai Tucson SE, just under $21,000. Come take a test drive today at our brand new facility and start your next adventure at Elgin Hyundai. Visit ElginHyundai.com.
You're going to like buying a car this way.
This is important news for diabetics who have been injured by Invokana or similar diabetes medications. If you or a loved one took Invokana or another of these diabetes medications and then developed one of these medical conditions, call the offices of Davis and Crump and see if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Our first consultation is free and confidential. Call the law offices of Davis and Crump right now. Operators are standing by.
Hard Count, featuring Brian Urlacher, presented by Restore, Thursday nights at 10:30 on CSN.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan in our Comcast Sportsnet studios with a Sportsnet Central updated by Bob's Discount Furniture, home of untouchable values. We'll have all the Cubs clinching celebration live as it happens right here on CSN. Team coverage on the field and inside the Cubs clubhouse. We'll hear from all the players, manager Joe Madden, and the front office as the Cubs punch their ticket to the playoffs for the second straight season. Holly joins me here in studio. Cubs celebrate. Look ahead to the NLDS, all right here on CSN. Now back to Len and Big Jim.
Hey, thank you, Cap. Cub fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. Cubs running out of outs here. 6 outs to go. Down a couple. Their closer, Tyler Thornburg, likely not available. Threw a lot last night. Here's Corey Knebel, who is able. He's got a good arm anyway. Mid-90s heater. Sharp overhand curve.
One strike on Matt Caesar. Mentioned before, everything else is later tonight around baseball, and several games involving teams in the playoff mix. But I kind of like to look at starting pitching matchups too. So that looks like a fun one. A couple stood out to me tonight. Michael Fulmer and Corey Kluber, Tigers and the Indians, in a big game in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And how about R.A. Dickey and Jared Weaver?
Put the radar gun away.
Blue Jays and the Angels late tonight. Shot to right, but it's hit too well, and Perez makes the catch. The most popular way to follow the Cubs postseason push is with MLB.com at bat. The #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy game day, live game video highlights, StatCast news, and more. Get MLB.com at bat on your favorite devices now.
In that Cardinal Giant series, it'll be Luke Weaver for St. Louis tonight, Matt Moore for the Giants.
Strike called on Javier Baez.
So right now the Giants trail the Dodgers by 4 games out west. They have the lead in the wild card. They're 1 game better than the Mets, and the Mets are 1 game better than the Cardinals. Miami 4 games off the pace, so they've got an outside shot, but a lot of things would have to break just right for the Fish.
Kenta Maeda and Zach Greinke tonight. Here's your wild card update. We were talking about surprises last night, positive and negative ones around baseball. You mentioned the Diamondbacks. 62 and 84, tied for 4th in the West. Shelby Miller spending a lot of the year back in the minors, and Zach Greinke, after signing his big deal, he's got an ERA of 4.54. 12-6, but very high ERA.
Yeah, he got off to a horrible start, and then he got on a nice roll there for a while. And since then, it's been kind of a roller coaster ride for him.
Infield pop up. Carter makes the grab.
Patrick Corbin's really struggled too for the Diamondbacks this year.
Montero with 2 outs.
The other team that's been a surprising team, not so much that they're in contention, but just the way they've gone about it, is the Cardinals. 100-win team last year. Tremendous pitching last season. That has not been the case this year. So they're doing it. Brandon Moss and Jed Jerko and all these guys hitting home runs. Hazel Baker so good early, and
Randall Grichuk as of late.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been a completely different style of team.
Mets are getting a little healthier. Lucas Duda expected back just as a pinch hitter to start, but he'll return on Saturday. He's been out with a stress fracture in his lower back since May. Jacob deGrom will start on Sunday against the Minnesota Twins. He'll be on a pitch count of about 75. It'll be his first outing since September 1st. He's been battling a forearm issue. Giancarlo Stanton in the Marlins lineup tonight. First time since August 13th. And he injured his groin and came back kind of unexpectedly. But to this point has been used as only a pinch hitter. He's in their lineup tonight against the Phillies. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So we go to the ninth. It's still 4-2 Milwaukee.
You're taking an enormous risk speaking with us, so thank you.
Of course.
What was the key to toppling this notorious crime ring?
By keeping my identity a secret, I was able to witness the atrocities firsthand. I've been undercover for 5 years. Anonymity is critical to my survival.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Working Out with Sasquatch. Jack Link's Jerky, the protein-packed snack packed with protein.
Play hard, party hard. That's what I tell my players. When it's time to celebrate, I shop at Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. And like I coach the guys, if you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
From the first building block to the last coat of paint, Menards is here to help. Get an 11% rebate on everything in the store, including thousands of sale items. Whether you're remodeling your house or creating a new bathroom, you'll save 11% on all of it, so you can finish your latest project and start planning the next big thing. Get building with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale price items, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Time now for our Quicken Loans Rocket Arms, and we probably could have added another pitcher or two to our graphic. It is going to be a very interesting Cy Young race in the National League, but 6 candidates. Jake Arrieta, who won it last year. John Lester making a late push. You like strikeouts: Fernandez, Scherzer, Syndergaard, and then the guy with the best ERA in all of baseball, bottom left, Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah, he's the guy that would probably get my vote right now. To build a case for everybody on that list, but it's hard to dispute that 2.03 ERA, and I know a lot of voters they don't watch his every start. They'll say, yeah, but he's a contact guy. We really like those power arms that rack up the strikeouts. Well, he's got decent strikeout numbers. He's better than league average, and if you watched him pitch throughout the course of the season, you're seeing a level of dominance that's it's not just about strikeouts, it's about all the weak contact.
Suzak pops it up. Chris Coughlin in foul territory, drifts back into fair ground, and he makes a catch for the first out. Well, as you kind of speculated when it happened, bad news for Keon Broxton. His season is over. He's got a fractured right wrist on this catch earlier today.
Yeah, a heck of a play, and he's just carrying so much speed into the wall out there. Tries to brace himself with his hands. He might have been better off just, as we've seen some guys do, just kind of leave their feet and go shoulder first into the wall. But it's not something you practice. There's no easy way to confront a brick wall.
Pinch hitter is Jonathan Villar.
Literally a tough break for Broxton.
He will definitely be a part of the Brewers' plans going into next season. And it's a strike. 2-1. We are out of their lineup today, but getting a late at bat.
As Villar and Hernan Perez, you have two Joe Madden type players, guys that can play multiple positions. Good offensive players, speed guys. with some power as well.
And he swings and misses for strike 3. Now we're hearing Kurt Neuenhuis had to exit with an abdominal strain. Well, the hits keep coming.
John Lackey today, 7 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a couple of walks, 8 strikeouts. He allowed 3 home runs, a couple solo and a 2-run shot. So no doubt a couple of pitches he'd like to have back, but all in all, pretty solid day's work for Lackey. Through 105 pitches. There's Jake Buchanan you saw warming up in the Cubs bullpen. Looks like the feed it guy from the fertilizer commercials.
See, I've heard that commercial more than I've seen it. I trust
Feed it with the Scottish accent.
2-2 has popped up. Looks like Montero has a play. He does. And Felix Pena with a couple of scoreless innings. So the Cubs are down 2 with 3 outs to go.
When Wendy's remodeled their grilled chicken sandwich, marinating the chicken led to overhauling the bun with 7 grains, and so on and so on. Because Wendy's wouldn't stop improving until the new grilled chicken sandwich was deliciously different. And for a limited time, get the combo for just $5.
When the temperature drops, winter tires are safer below 45 degrees. Buy now and get a $50 Visa prepaid card on any set of winter tires purchased with your Discount Tire credit card. Thank you, Discount Tire.
Xfinity high-speed action, a team that loves to celebrate all its victories, and they did it several times last year. 97 wins, clinching the playoffs, and then beating the Cardinals in their first ever matchup in the postseason. And looking forward to the celebration after this game. They clinched late last night the National League Central Division. And the Cardinals lost in San Francisco. First things first, though, they're down 2 here in the bottom of the 9th. And Carlos Torres filling in for their closer today, Tyler Thornburg.
And Torres worked in the ball game last night. He's worked 65 times this year. 3 and 3. He's picked up a couple of saves along the way. 292. The earned run average. He's been tough to hit. League batting .213 against him. 74 innings. He's allowed 8 home runs. A lot of cut fastballs.
Hey, there's a big lefty, Dave Otto. A good friend, former Cub. Contreras fouls away on a fastball.
Torres worked an inning and 2/3 last night, allowed a hit and a run, a walk, a couple of strikeouts through 26 pitches.
Look at it tomorrow afternoon. Zach Davies, Jake Arrieta. Pretty good matchup. Willie Peralta, Kyle Hendricks on Sunday. And the Reds come in for 3 consecutive night games. Cubs' final off day of the regular season will be next Thursday. Right field, fair ball. And Contreras wanted to try for 3. But there's no sense taking a chance here down 2.
Yeah, and you don't want to see the same thing happen to him that happened to Almora when Albert took the big turn around second a couple of innings ago and got caught with that throw in behind him. This time an aggressive turn by Contreras, but he's able to retreat safely to second base. Lead off double, his second 2-base hit of the ball game.
Coghlan digs in. He's playing first today. He's got 2 hits and 3 trips. Scored on the 2-run homer by Almora in the 5th. And a base hit. Contreras will be sent, and he will score. It's a 1-run ball game. 4-3 in the ninth.
Have a day, Chris Coghlan. Pinging that ball all over the diamond. A 3-hit day for Coghlan. Gary Jones knows the priority for the Brewers is to keep that back runner out of scoring position, so he feels comfortable sending Contreras there. Cruz is on home. We're within a run.
That's Coghlan's first 3-hit game of the season. So back-to-back hits to start the ninth. Almora homered in the 5th. Singled in the 7th. And thrown out at second base as he made a big turn on a single by Listella. Ball 1.
Crowd starting to get into this ball game a little bit.
Almora with a line drive to Braun. 1 out.
This isn't fooling anybody. Hey, make sure you stick with CSN Chicago after the game for complete coverage as the Cubs celebrate their NL Central Division Championship. A live stream will also be available at csnchicago.com.
For Listella bats, Derek Johnson will have a scouting report, I'm sure, for Carlos Torres.
Yeah, and after a lot of hard contact, maybe a suggestion or two about pitch selection. Hey, you might want to change it up a little bit. It's in that curveball. Torres normally working in the 7th or 8th inning, so it's a little different feel for him out there trying to finish one off.
I saw him last night get 5 outs in 26 pitches. Chapman ready in case this game goes to the 10th. Tying run at first, 1 out. Listella takes a strike. You could not center it.
That's a bullseye right there.
Better than that. to let Coughlin know he's paying attention to him.
No doubles in the outfield for the Brewers. Very deep.
Coughlin runs. Ground ball knocked down by Carter. Everybody safe.
Stella's hit the ball well today. Oxton made that heck of a play on him back in the third. He walked, singled, and now this probably a base hit. Really smoked. Now it's ruled an error, but still a very good swing of the bat by La Stella. Handcuffing the big guy. Well, Molinari's got a chance to be a hero.
If so, we're getting a post-game interview with him. First and second, and a strike.
Didn't have to be.
Kawasaki, 35 years old. And he just got hit to load the bases. Well, it looked like it stung, but not much of a reaction from Mooney.
Interesting. Torres imploding out there in the ninth inning, and nobody up in that Brewer bullpen. There's a lot of youngsters out there, guys who haven't pitched in this situation, but you would think they would have somebody loosening just in case they wanted to go in a different direction.
Big hand for all-star Addison Russell. Cubs down a run, but they have the bases loaded with only one out. And the pitch brings it off the mask of Susac.
A lot of options on that bench for Joe Madden. He may have had the highest compilation of wins above replacement on a bench of any manager in the history of this game. Resting all his regulars here today. But I'm wondering if the call to Russell here is because of last night. Addison really had a tough night last night. Made a couple errors. Had a tough night at the plate. Chance for him to have a moment. Plus, he's been really good in these situations.
He was late on 94, 0-2. I had the look that he was expecting something else. Coughlin at third, La Stella at second, Kawasaki at first. $40,823 here at Wrigley Field. One and two.
The celebration is coming anyway, but it sure would be fun to do it with a W, and in walk-off fashion would be even better.
Susac. That is not an easy play.
Yeah, that's a play of desperation there. He just throwing his glove out there and hoping for the best. Pretty slick.
Leadoff double Contreras. Coghlan knocked him in with a single. Almora lined out, maybe the hardest hit ball of the inning. Estella reached on an error. Kawasaki hit by a pitch. Finally, a 2-2. Toward right on a bounce. It'll be played by Jeanette. Throw to first. Save! Tie ball game. Coghlan is in. And now a chance to win it with Matt Caesar coming up.
Just a little flip thing of beauty off the end of the bat. Broken bat infield hit for Russell. So he does get a little redemption after that tough night last night. Carter can't flag it down by the time Jeanette gets it to Torres. Addison safely in.
Base is still loaded. And still only one out. Estella the winning run. He's 90 feet away. Caesar the batter.
How about a squeeze for fun?
Infield in. Almost hit him.
Caesar pretty good about getting the ball in the air.
Gets that up in the air. That's a grand slam. The wind blowing harder than it has all day. Right out at the 400 marker, just to the right of straightaway center.
Yeah, he's worked awfully hard over the last couple of years working on his swing path. He could become more of a power guy who could drive the ball anyway. Stay away from those rollover ground balls.
There's a bunt attempt, and Estella had gotten about 15 feet off the bag. So fortunately it was not a suicide squeeze, or that would have been trouble.
And maybe just Caesar showing bunt on his own there. That becomes a very difficult read though for a base runner in a bases loaded situation when there's a force play available at home. I see left center gap here.
Infield in, outfield in. 2-1. A lot of ways to get that winning run in. The 3-1. Oh, baby. 3-2.
Chapman continues to throw in the Cub bullpen.
Hopefully it's just a side day.
Rally hats.
3-2. Center field, not deep. Santana makes a catch. LaStella tags. He's going to hold. Probably the right choice. That ball was not deep enough. Thought he might try it, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a horrible play if you try it. I mean, you're hoping for a bad throw. You're hoping maybe the throw from the center fielder kicks off the mound, makes a funky hop on the catcher. You know, if you go in that situation, if they execute, you're out.
I'm usually firmly in the go for it camp, but you can understand why Stella decided to hold with, I'm sure, some assistance from Gary Jones. So Baez bats with 2 outs.
The 0 for 4 today. Struck out twice. Hit a rocket. Lined out to third back in the 4th. Maybe the hardest ball that's been hit all day. Last time up, he popped the first.
Two runs in to tie the ball game.
Anxious.
There it comes. Just off the outside. 2-2.
I have to say, Lance Barksdale's done a pretty good job back there. In as much as I've been paying attention, we haven't had many of those. What's he thinking about, right?
Torres steps off this inning. Will end with this plate appearance no matter what. Either the Cubs will win it or Torres will get out of it. We'll head to the 10th.
So Mr. Irrelevant right now is Miguel Montero on deck.
He's on deck, but he will not bat in the 9th for sure. Three and 2.
So interesting pitch coming here. We know Baez is inclined to swing. He rarely ever walks. You throw a chase pitch and risk walking in the winning run.
Three-two, 2 outs, bases loaded. A bouncer back to the mound to send us to extra innings. 4-4 at the end of 9.
Comparing midsize sedans? Here's what puts the Kia Optima ahead of the Nissan Altima. The Kia Optima has an available surround view monitor and turbo engine. The Nissan Altima does not. The 2016 Kia Optima is a KBB.com Best Buy Award winner. The Nissan Altima came up short there, too. Discover the next generation Optima. It's not your average midsize sedan. Lease the Optima LX for only $179 a month or get 0% financing. Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Kia dealer for details.
In case you need anything, just give me a call.
P.O. Box 17. Of course I'm a real company.
You got the area code.
Everything your customers see tells a story. Let the UPS store help you tell the right one. From business cards and banners to expertly packed shipments to mailboxes with a real street address. Come in today for help.
Good or better? The Hyundai Santa Fe Sport versus the Ford Edge.
Should we be wearing helmets?
The Santa Fe Sport has an available multi-view camera system and auto emergency braking. The Edge? No. And no.
Hey, what's with the axe?
And only the Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty.
No. I'm out.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai.
And this is the reason to buy now. Lease the Santa Fe Sport for a limited time for only $189 a month. Visit buyhyundai.com.
Extra innings are presented by Jack Link's Beef Jerky all season long. Jack Link's Beef Jerky, feed your wild side. 10th inning, and the Cubs closer is on, trying to preserve a tie. Hard throwing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. Cubs got 2 to tie it, and they had a great chance to win it. But Torres found an escape hatch as he got Caesar and then Baez. Let's go back to the final pitch of the inning.
Yeah, it's a great pitch in this situation. We know how aggressive Javi is, so it's just a little teaser off that outside corner down. It's probably ball 4. It is ball 4, but it's certainly a pitch you would expect, if you've done your homework on Javi, you expect him to swing at. And Torres with that little, oh my God, I'm about to get out of this hand grenade over to first base.
Jake Elmore. Pinch hitting and 98 for ball 1. Elmore batting for Jeanette.
You think Scooter argued? Fought for the at-bat against Chapman?
Probably not. Would you?
To me, that'd be nowhere to be found. Walking up to home plate, looking over my shoulder. Are you sure?
Off the outside corner, it's 2-1.
The first at bat I had since probably high school was in spring training in 1986. And I believe it was Mike Witt pitching for the Red Sox. He threw a fastball right by my knees at, on 94. I literally jumped backwards when I heard it hit the mitt.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a real attention getter. The last time I had an at bat, they weren't throwing like this. Well, except for the I was played in the Northern Valley Baseball League too, the summer league up in my part of northern New York.
Ron fouls away. 1 for 4 with a home run. That was in the 3rd inning.
Fun matchup that has been dominated by Chapman. I can't imagine there's too many hitters who that is not the case.
Slider for strike 2.
He's just toying with him out there now, making stuff up.
Yeah, that's a changeup.
Falls under the category of unfair.
with 2 outs. Chris, 102.
Baseball Prospectus, or one of those books, I don't know if they still do, but they used to come out with a preseason guide with scouting reports on all the players, and they put their stats and information. There's always a category at the bottom like loves to face, hates to face. So in other words, for like Barry Larkin, it might have been loves to face Jim DeShays, because he wore me out. Bet you there's nobody that loves to face Aroldis Chapman.
I would agree. On their feet again. 0-2. Struck him out. Chapman strikes out the side in the 10th. Cubs will try to win it when we come back. Tied at 4.